Hello guys, what's up? This is Omid Kajar. Today, this is the first, okay, let me explain actually what we're gonna do today. Okay, actually, let me introduce myself. This is my first ever live streaming. I wanna do it for you guys. Today is gonna be a very quick session, which is the first session as well. Okay, in these sessions actually, I'm a sound engineer and also a producer. So what I do actually, mostly I really love to do a lot of audio post-production stuff, so it's really actually good and crazy for me. So today, what are we actually I'm planning to do for you is that we go for post-production stuff, which is specifically for sound design, which is a Deadpool movie. I just want to share with you guys anytime that I'm free and I'm working on this project. This is actually a freelance project and I'm just doing for my own portfolio. It's nothing commercialized or anything. I'm just using it for my portfolio later on. So I thought, why not to share it with you guys, the progression, how I make the sounds, because whenever you watch a movie, definitely if you mute the audio, you're not gonna enjoy it all, and but when the audio comes, everything's gonna change. Let's say for example you just want to watch a trailer of let's say Transformers, a new movie, or even Deadpool 2 which is out. If you mute, nothing's gonna happen. Or let's say even you mute the music or even the sound effects, it's not enjoyable. But with audio actually it's very matches and it's properly like gonna hit you and get you, like it's crazy. Okay, so okay, this Deadpool, I already choose the highway scene, which is very good and I really loved it. And actually, you guys can comment if you have any question first or whatsoever. But this stream, the first session is gonna be specifically, as I mentioned, for audio post-production, sound design. What software I'm using at the moment now is Pro Tools HD version 12.5, which is the standard industry of the people out there, the sound engineers, everyone use this software, which not even the software only, they come up with hardwares, a lot of crazy things, they do a lot of good stuff, and okay, without any further, let me start to show you the session first. Okay, as you can see here on top of above, I just gonna exaggerate it for you. You see all the dots here, this is all different sound effects. What I just completed so far, it's less than 1 minute of this scene, but the whole thing actually, as you can see, is 2 minutes. So you have to know whatever movies you're watching is a lot of efforts behind it. A lot of sound designers, they see it, they do a lot of editings, it takes really time, and not only sound design, after the sound design session is over, then they have to make it surround, which you go to cinema, you're just gonna sit and enjoy the surround sound and a lot of procedures, but this session, as I mentioned, is gonna specifically for sound design. So actually, before I proceed, let me play it for you guys so you can hear what I achieved so far. And whatever you hear plus the music, it's my own. Just need to mention that the music at the moment, I'm using a free royalty music from Alex Lisi. This guy is very dope. You can use it for your post-production stuff or even production stuff. And let's watch. Alright, I just did the sound design till here. What do you guys think? Do you think it's nice? Okay, two people actually are watching. Hello, hello. What's up, guys? What's up? What's up? Okay, so let's go. Let's minimize this. Let's go. How I achieve. Okay, one more time. I'm gonna play with you guys without music, okay? Because without music, I'm gonna let you hear how many details I put on the sound design. Let's watch it again. Hello guys, can you hear me? What's up, what's up? Let me just check what's going on, you know. Alright, so we're back. Thanks for my friend Amir out there who's watching me right now. Alright, so okay guys, since we didn't have the audio, so let me explain again. My name is Untitled Chapter. I'm the sound engineer, and what I do actually, I use a lot of production and stuff because I'm also a producer as well, which we're gonna talk about it in other live streams next time, not now. This stream at this moment is my first live stream ever, and I'm really happy that I'm with you guys, and I just want to share my knowledge. Actually I'm not here just to teach, because nobody can teach actually, in my opinion, except when you have a proper a lot of years of experience. To me, it's about sharing, it's about sharing the knowledge, whatever experience you have, exchange all these things to each other. So I was thinking, meanwhile, while I'm working on this, because this sound design I'm doing actually is for Deadpool movie, and it's for my own portfolio. So I was thinking, why not, let's share with other people live so they can watch me while I'm doing the sound design. So maybe if they are interested in audio post-production stuff, or even audio production, so at least they will have an idea how these sounds, they will work together, how we're gonna just create, how you, okay, when you watch a movie in cinema, you really enjoy the first thing first, because the soundtracks from music, it gives you a lot of goosebumps, even sound design, the way they move the sound from left to the right, right to the left, from the back to the front, this is all in audio post-production. But specifically this session, which is number 1, is gonna be for sound design. I really love Deadpool movie because this guy is very insane and crazy, so I was like, I just want to actually do a sound design for this. And especially I choose the highway scene because this highway scene is very intense and it's very crazy, So let me proceed again with what I actually achieve. The first thing first, you have to know in audio post-production, when you have the clients, let's say they just want to have some sound effects, sound design, you cannot just do it and give it to them. Maybe you will get the results, maybe you will get paid, but the feeling wouldn't be there. You have to actually give the goosebumps to audience. That's how you can achieve the best quality and result of your work. So in this session, because this session is going to be a very short one, but from the second session actually I'm going to go through it, and we will do the sound design together as you guys can stream and watch. So I just want to talk about the first scene when the car's gonna come. You know, it's a lot of, you know, channels here. You know, I didn't even, you know, rename them properly, because at the moment when you do the sound designing, you just have to finish the structure first, then you can do all these details, you know, later on. So let's specifically play this part again. I don't know whether you guys using a headphone or proper speakers, but when you actually, the sounds of the right motorcycle is gonna come from your right, and then the left one gonna come from your left, which is very, very proper in cinemas when you hear, because actually you can feel it. Oh my god, according to visual what I see, the audio is following as well. So how I achieve these kind of sounds, it's very like, you know, first thing first, you need to have a proper hard drive and storage, because you need to download a lot of libraries, you know, a lot of them I'm talking about. You know, either you can buy, you know, you can just get it from your friends, you can find a lot of free audio libraries out there online, you know. So let me show you. Okay, as I just want to start about the ambience, I just want to solo 3 tracks, which is actually 4 tracks fully. How I achieve this? Listen. Because it's a highway, right? And the Deadpool is falling down. So as you can see here is a lot of volume automations. And of course, don't forget the equalizer. You know, for next session, actually, I will go, you know, very specifically talk about like how you can achieve a lot of different things with adding effects, you know. Or maybe I have another session which is going to be tutorial talking about the effects in audio post-production, because as you can see in my insert channels, there's a lot of effects from sound pitch, you know, from like equalizer, from reverb, you know, all these basic elements of effects. So I just want to turn off all the effects I did here so you can hear without them. See, everything is very bright, because this is the actual quality and equalization of the sound libraries. But after I add on the equalization to make it a sound muddy, you know, because you're in a highway, you know, and you cannot really hear what's going on. It's a lot of sounds, you know. And these dots, as you can see, is the volume automation. Okay, this is about the ambience, you know. Now I just want to go to do it solo. This track. This is the highway, actually, as you can see, is a highway ambient, which I got it from my traffic highway. And the second one is the same thing, but in a different style. And another one. This is the street ambience. And the fourth one, which is very important, is the sound of the truck I added. Okay, this is actually very funny. The sound pitcher, what it does, it pitch down the sound at the end to make it very realistic, because when a car passing by, you cannot hear the same thing, you know, beep. No, of course it's gonna be like very Doppler, like those F1 cars when they really like driving very fast in a high speed. You just see, boom, it just, you know, cross your eyes and you're just, what the fuck. So let's hear without these effects. You see, it was there a bit at the original without equalization as well. Very bad, you know, it's like actually you're in front of the truck. But after that, see what's gonna happen. It's even more realistic, and all together this 4 is gonna be. And there we go. So why I choose the high volume here at the end, because of course, as I mentioned, Deadpool is falling, you see. So, and in this part the transition is happening, so you have to make it a proper transition. Either you can go fade out, you can go cross fading, But in this situation, I use actually not even fading out to bring up the volume as like fade in actually is happening. You know, when you fade in, your volume actually from slow to start to go like the loudest. But here I use the reverse technique of fading out actually, because fade out goes like slowly out. So this technique is very good for this scene which I choose. And then the sound of the car's engine front, let's hear. This is the first car which is like I choose the library called muscle car start fast reverse. And then the second one is, this is a very like dirty sound of, you know, multiply fast car when they're passing by, you know. And then this is another passing by sound effects and another one. This is very nice. This actually I really like it because it has the tails and the sustain of the sound. Then the second one is, because it sounds like a crash because a bit, because this scene is to start from here, so you have to actually give the hit to the audience. Oh, actually it's actually the car jump because of the fast speed. And the last one is the hit as well when it hits the ground. So altogether it's gonna be, sorry, when you hear solo it sounds very like weird, like oh my god, what is this sound? But when you play together, because not only the effects are important, actually the leveling is very important, you know. I'm talking about faders, I'm talking about how much, which sound you hear the most. And then here also we got panning which means left or right, you know. So it is very important, all these elements, you know. And let's talk about another technique which I use in this part of the, oh yes, it's right here. You know, when the motorcycle is passing by one car, you know, what I actually added, I just wanted to be very realistic. As I mentioned, you're passing someone and let's say you're speeding up very fast and you're gonna overtake that car without the rules, and suddenly they just, you know, honk the horn, you know, whoa, what the fuck, you know. So here, see. So how I achieved that, it was very like funny to me, you know. But this is all techniques. Sometimes in sound design, very small things you do make a huge differences, you know. It's all about how you think out of the box, you know. People will think that, oh my god, it's gonna be libraries for everything, you know, but some sounds we cannot find. That's why you have to use different techniques, use effects, use your talent, and use your brain to think, how can I achieve? Let's say you have the proper knowledge of how you use the effects, you know, but you don't know how to achieve them. Then you have to sit down, think, let's say watch a movie, rewatch it again, and then think how to achieve those sounds, or what techniques can I use to achieve. So okay, this external horns is one of the libraries I use. So this one is about the panning. You see, I make it solo, so it goes to the right. If you're listening with your headphones or your speaker, if you're listening as stereo, proper stereo, you will hear, because the car is moving at your right side. This is very important in cinemas, as I mentioned. So without this panning, it's gonna be this sound. It's like very weird, right? And of course I have the panning and on my right side, which is full, and the left one I just deleted. So let's get it back. Okay, actually I just want to delete everything here for you guys. You see, this is the original sound that I use even without this fading. Check this out. I just want to make it big, what I use. Check this out. This is very crazy, right? So let's say you have this sound and you want to make these passing by car sound effects. How you can achieve it? First thing first, you have to adjust your timing, you know. These techniques, a lot of people are asking me, you know, how you achieve, oh my god, can you share your libraries with us? I was like, no, this is a very simple sound that I use, you know. So of course, fading in, because the car is not gonna come to your face suddenly, so fade in a bit slowly. Sorry about these sounds. Is my crazy colleagues, you know, when they're free, they start to go crazy and sing a lot of songs because they are singers as well. So, okay, let's hear it again. You see, the timing now is there. But what is really missing is the leveling of volume. If I cleared it out, there's nothing out there. It's like very straight, no life, nothing. But at the end, I already made it down, the automations, right? So let's hear it again. Okay, now my sound pitch, which is actually pitch down the sounds, I enable. Let me show you. I just open this. Check this out. Okay, but it's still not there, right? What's really missing? A reverb as well. Let me turn on the reverb. A bit is very a bit, but it makes a lot of difference. And don't forget about that equalizer. You see what's gonna happen? There is automation, you know, because the motorcyclist is speeding by, which he can hear it clearly. So what I do when he's passing by is like when I'm talking, when I'm going out far and far and far and far, what you hear that my voice is not clear as way before to you. So this is the equalization does here in this particular part, which is a one band equalizer, just cutting the highest of the sound effects. And then last one, which is this beauty. Very good. This is one of the very useful elements from the Wave Audio plugins that it called Doppler. What it does, it creates your sound effects, whatever you use, it's like actually it's passing by. So whatever settings you can see over there in terms of gaining, panning, pitch, air damp, reverb time, you know, I can, if you're really guys interested, I can just share another tutorial with you guys later in another live stream. The track time is that means is the time that it takes from start to finish. So let me show you what is this actually first. Let's play. Just check this out. Did you see the point? That means the start point to the finish point, how long it takes to make the sounds passing by. Again. So let's say if I change the time, what's gonna happen? It was very bad, right? This is the timing, right? How fast to modulate and change your sound effects to make it like that. And of course, this one is the distance. You can see up there, it's written direction. See? That was crazy, right? That means it makes it so fast because the track time is very less. And if you choose the very long direction, it's gonna actually make it like Formula 1 cars. In very like long or even less direction with the less timing, the sounds is gonna be very stretched and very fast. See? Because it's a particular part of that sound is captured. But if you put it like this, because it's nearby the motorcycle, it's gonna be very good. Or even like closer, you know. This is very good. This is very good. So now let's hear back everything. What we got here. So another thing which is very important in your sound design, you have to actually give the proper actual feeling of the scene of what's going on. What I meant is, if you carefully hear this sound, okay, this is the sound of the engine of that car which is driving so fast. Now, interior, when you go to interior, it feels that, wow, it's like very inside the car. When you see it, the sounds actually is hearable, but it's not clear. That's what you do, well, that's what you hear when you're inside a car. And even at the end, I put a sound. So let me just deactivate this to show you, you know. See? Very normal speeding sound, but it's not that the speed I want. So I use a sound pitcher to make it higher and then comes down. You see the ratio? So it makes it very natural, you know, to speed up and then come down, because there's one guy hanging at the back, you know, he's like fucking dying, or I don't know what's going on. And this one as well, check this out. So all together is gonna sound like this. And then come out again out of the car. So this is all very important elements, you know, that makes your sound design very realistic and very, very natural. Check this out. This is the ambience that you have to make. The sound of police. Of course, there's a lot of chasing police, you know, helicopters are out there because they're fucking shooting everyone, you know. Sorry. Yeah, it broke her. It broke his neck. He's dead. So, now let's talk about one part as well, which is very, very important, is the part of the crash. Okay, this part. In this part, I use a lot of, you know, sound effects. It's very crazy, you know. You see here, this part is a lot of elements is going on, and this is my gunshot, you know. The actual one without the equalization sounds like this. I just want to solo it for you guys. It's there. It's a right sound because, okay, this is the SMG weapon that the motorcycle is using. Then what I use is this sound, but it wasn't there. So what I use, of course, the equalization. The body is there now. It's actually make you fear that, oh my god, the bullets are coming to me. This is without. And then with. And another layer, I use the same sound, but what I did, a bit of low mid frequency boost up and a lot of pitch down. You hear? Let me first. Sorry, it's a lot of actually things are going on. You see, it's lower volume, different sound, and I can't say two semitones. I bring it down. So when I layer them, the body is there. It's actually shooting at the car very crazy, and then that last part really hurts me whenever I watch, you know, when the guy, you know, hits the head to there, you know, to there, you know, this part, boom, boom. Sorry, it's just me being weird, you know. Okay, let me just show you track by track what's going on here, you know. The first track, of course, is the sound of a metal. Then layering. Another layer. You see? It's slowly building up when I adding the layers, you know. Another one. I will add up. Again. Is almost there, but still not there. So a lot of, you know, layers also is happening here as well. Yeah, now better, right? And then everything together. And of course sound effect. Check this out. You see, this is the automation of the sound pitch. If I inactivate these plugins, this is what we achieve. The sound is not that nice, you know, because the controlling. Why I use a lot of these plugins, Sound Shift, even from Wave Audio. Wave Audio is a great company, you know. It's got a lot of plugins for mixing in music production, for mastering, for audio post-production. The reason I use this plugin sound pitch shift because sound to make the changing the gear, when you change the gear and speed up or speed down, I just wanted to have more control on it instead of the actual original waveform of the sound. So this gives me a lot of freedom to, let's say, do a lot of things, you know. Let's say I just want to pitch it up, but remember, do not exaggerate and use it too much because it's gonna stretch your sound very much. That is not gonna sound real as it is. Check this out. You see? Suddenly it's so bad, you know, it's like the sound is robotic, you know, it's not there. So make sure you don't really use it that much. It doesn't matter you go high or down, you know, you just have to be careful. Let's say I just gotta put it down. That sounds like a slow motion, you know. And then you see, I put a note here from myself later in the comments. Half door car EQ. That means I have to take note that this is the when the half door is gone. Yeah. You see, I use two different equalization. One is the first band EQ and the high frequency, which the type is low pass to cut the highs, and then the second one that I don't really need it, the low frequency and the low mid, because it's gonna be too much. Let's say just to give it here, this is not that nice, but after this sounds better, you know. All right, so this is the thing that I achieved in less than a minute. And if you're wondering how many tracks till now, I gotta show you. It's a lot. 86 tracks, just less than a minute of a movie. So imagine 1 hour and a half, a full movie. And of course I didn't organize my session yet, because when I'm doing sound design, I'm very comfortable to finish the whole structure first, because if you want to organize it at the beginning, definitely it's gonna be messy at the end anyway. You just have to make sure you keep it minimal of being messy, and you know what's going on. And once you finish the whole thing and you're about to polish and touch up, then you can organize everything properly. You can colorize it, you know, you can just group the tracks, so you will have a lot of, you know, choices. Let's say after you're done with sound design, someone else wants to mix the sound design for you, because you're only in charge for designing the sound, not to mix it. Then at least the other person have the idea, okay, what's going on in these parts is the first scene. You can have a lot of markers. You see, I just put it so I won't forget that I have to put markers, you know. You see, this is the start, this is the end card, you know, it's a lot of things. You can add on as much as marker you want, so the people after you can follow the projects of what's going on. So being organized is very, very important. But usually this is me, I don't want to waste my time too much on just renaming, you know, all these things. You know, I just want to get my structure first. After it's there, then I'm gonna organize and, you know, do a lot of things. Even though here for my punching, I have a playlist, you know, of all the tracks here. You see all the sound effects that I gather, you know, the whooshes, the hits and whatever. So this is the whole structure of how you do a sound design. I think it's gonna be enough for today if you're not really familiar. And what you can do is to follow up my sessions, my next sessions, because from the second session onwards, I actually want to do the start sound design live while you guys watching. So we will do the sound effects together, you know. But for now, this is a wrap, and you guys must to remember, it's all about passion. It's all about what you like to do, you know, because this is very, very important. When I go to cinemas, when I hear the sound effects, you know, everything, it's just gonna give me the courage that in my career to continue that, to be one of the crew team in future, you know, to do like this, you know, it's very, very good experience. Even I'm really interested to go for gaming industry, sound design, which is really good, you know, because over there you are creating something, you know, you are actually creating something that is out of you, and it's gonna give the audience a lot of, you know, goosebumps, you know, a lot of good things. So thank you for being with me today. This is a wrap for the first session, and from next on I will keep posted you guys in my social media, which you can follow my YouTube channels and everything. Yeah, you see, my colleagues are being weird again. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe and follow me, and thank you so much. Have a good day. See you.